Many years, we've been told there was only one shooter. For many years. John F. Kennedy assassination. No, there's one shooter. You guys are delusional. There's only one shooter. You're crazy. Oh, my God. You guys are just following all these stories and movies. Stop it. Stop watching Oliver Stone and stop watching this and stop watching that. MAGA head of JFK Files Task Force claims there were two shooters. Okay. And this is, I want to say her name properly, Anna Paulina Luna. She does phenomenal work. Launched a task force on the declassification of federal secrets, along House Oversight Chairman James Comer declaring, I believe, well, I'll let you watch it for yourself. Go ahead, Rob.
What's your priority list? Because Epstein, 9/11.
Our first investigation will be announced, but it's going to be covering on a thorough investigation into the John F. Kennedy assassination. And I can tell you, based on what I've been seeing so far, the initial hearing that was actually held here in Congress was actually faulty in the single bullet theory. I believe that there were two shooters, and we should be finding more information as we are able to gain access into the SCIF, hopefully before the files are actually released to the public.
Vinny.
Okay, and I've been besides Oliver Stone's JFK, the movie, which I've probably seen, no joke, maybe 15 times. So accurate, so much details.
Back and to the right.
Back into the and just doing all your own research, Pat, with your own eyes. Okay, and then watching that video, like I'll send it to Rob after we all break it down, where Secret Service is running by his car and he's about to go down Dealey Plaza and he's called off. I got goosebumps, Pat. They're calling off Secret Service because when you're out there in the open in a pretty dangerous place, which is Dallas, which you've gotten death threats, you release everybody because there's supposed to be a human being running just to be able to stop the shooting. And as a marksman, as an expert in the rifle, there's no way that Oswald with the pump, there's no way. And we all saw as it's going, because they slowed down. This is the video right here. Look at this while I'm telling the story. Look at it. These guys are called off of protecting the president. Even the Secret Service guys like, wait, what? And then look at this, leaving him going completely naked out there with no protection, Pat. They're supposed to be running by the vehicle. So then seeing the video and then seeing him getting shot once in the throat, and you see him like asking for help, and then Onassis comes and gets to his aid, and then his head goes backwards, and they proved in a court of law in the United States a magic bullet theory. And if you haven't seen it, they're saying, Tom, that a bullet came in, hit him, hit the governor, spun around and came back. And as you guys all know, the word magic is make-believe. It's fake. The fact that they called it a magic bullet theory, and I cannot wait for, and again, you talk about accountability, vindication for people like us that have been saying it forever. They have been lying to us. They lied about the Gulf of Tonkin. They lie about this. They lied about 9/11. That's all they've done is lie to us. And this is the main reason, Pat, that people like Trump and people like Elon are such a threat to them because they're messing with their money. This is, Tom, what was this? He went up against the military industrial complex. What is that doing? You're messing with people's money and they shot him in the head. What Trump is doing right now, what Elon's doing right now, and what he's suggesting with the Fed is messing with their money. And it's a dangerous game that they're playing, but I think it's a game that has to be played, period.
Tom.
You know, I'm looking forward to this, and I'm glad that she's on it, and I want to see the stuff coming out so that all of the theories, not just theories, there was some real informed research that was done, but I think that much of that research is going to be validated, absolutely validated. And we have seen, you know, it's not Oliver Stone, making a theatrical interpretation of what was going on with the, Garrison, the character. It's also looking at common sense from men who have served on the battlefield, that have served with the police departments, that have served with ballistics, saying, you can't cause the president's wound, the head wound, the kill shot, from above and behind him. And it's just, we've all known that. That's a simple fact. You can't do that. Well, then where'd it come from? Now you have all the theories. Oh, the CIA was over here, the guy in the grass. But I am very, very happy that it's starting to come out. And we've also heard, things coming from others over time, and people that have said it. It's saying, well, it's not a who, it's a what. What? It was an agency or it's a group. And I'm very glad that it's coming out. And she just stood there and said, from what I'm seeing, there was two shooters, which we have forensically understood. We just want to know, who are the two shooters? Is there documents in the Kennedy files that would indicate who was, or who called, or who paid, or who placed?
Yeah, but my problem is, okay, they've always known. Why keep it from the public? We know, but what's the reason? Who was that guy? So, that means they brought it to court. They all freaking lied. All these witnesses showing up dead. They've been lying to us. They keep lying to us, and it pisses me off is when we find out who that person is, Tom, because I believe that they might have been even more than that guy. I think there was multiple people. I think it was a triangular position, and maybe even some of them had blanks. So at the end of the day, no one is actually at fault, and nobody knows. Nobody can say, "Well, I definitely did it. I had blanks in my gun." I want to know who.
So that's
gave
the
that
firing squad theory. Is that one out of 7 men on the firing squad has a blank?
Yes.
So you can always think maybe I didn't.
So you can sleep at night.
I did my duty,
Yeah.
but maybe it wasn't me.
And so and Pat, that's my thing. There's another shooter. Who did he work for, and who told him to go there? And who told it to cover it up? That's the problem.
That's what I look forward to, is finding out the who behind the second shooter, because I don't think there's a question.
Which of the two are you more interested in? This or Epstein's list?
Epstein's list. Can I be honest with you?
Yeah.
If JFK, you know why? Because that, to me, besides 9/11, is the worst moment in the history of the United States. They murdered, whatever you want to call it, the sitting president. Meaning, if it's true, the CIA, all these guys, Lyndon B. Johnson, they all colluded to kill him. To hell with treason. It just sucks because none of these people are alive, Pat. They held it for all these years. Everybody's dead. We're not going to have any accountability. And if it was the CIA, what's going to happen to the CIA?
That's why
That's the problem.
That's why I was a little bit more prone to wanting to know what's on Epstein's list. Because yes, is the assassination and murder of a sitting U.S. president JFK important? You bet your ass it is. However, whatever happened with Epstein, these people are walking around. What's going on? What did they do illegal? Who was this guy? What happened? Where are these people? This pedophile island.
But
yes, this is important. I'm not downplaying the how important
The
something like this
severity
is.
of it.
But you know what I find interesting under the Trump administration, this is going to be coming out. Hopefully, we'll see. I would love to know what the Democratic wing of the Kennedy family these days, other than basically JFK, would they owe him a debt of gratitude? Would they say thank you? Do they want to know what's going on? Like, would they at least admit, hey, you know, we're not the biggest fans of Trump. We're a Democrat legacy family, but thank you for shedding some light of exactly what happened in this situation right here. So I'd love to see what happened with that.
But this was the first bit, like this. I get the Epstein thing, and trust me, anything with children, I'm 100% all in. You know, that's a hill that I would die on, freaking fall on the sword, all that. But this is one of the first ones. This is the main one. Assassinating a sitting president, and if these freaking agencies were involved,
So go down the path here. Okay, so it turns out there was a second shooter, and it was involved in the CIA or something.
Yeah, whatever.
Or it was the mafia. What then? What do you do then? Be like, I told you so?
No. So
everyone knows that there's some sort of foul play going on here.
But we have to know the truth.
What would change?
What would
actually change?
If the CIA was involved, Adam, guess what happens to the CIA? You're going bye-bye. You can't be. You were.
CIA is not going by.
What do you mean? Hold on. Okay, so let me put it back to you. You find out today.
Yeah, but hold on. But the point is,
let me
this was 75 years ago.
I don't give a shit.
No one's alive.
If but the organization killed the sitting president.
You're saying you have little interest to find out the truth about what happened 62 years ago?
That's not what I said. I didn't say I have little interest. I said that I have more interest in what's going on Epstein. You asked the binary question, what do you have more interested in, Epstein or JFK? Yes, I have interest in this. But it's not like any of these people are even alive.
100%. But guess what happened to Donald Trump a couple months ago, Adam? They shot him.
Yeah, I'd like to know what happened with that as well.
Ready for this? And this is, again, as a shooter, I'm not freaking showing off. The cockiness, I don't think it was crooks. This is me, personally. The guy had 6 cell phones. We know nothing about him. That Luigi Mangione, that guy in 3 hours, we know everything. He might be gay. He might be this. The fact that we still don't know shit about that guy, okay? And as a shooter, to shoot somebody and try to go for their head, that is a cocky shooter. Because as a sniper, when you're trying to shoot, bro, you're shooting center mass. Whatever your front sight or your dot, you're here, Adam, because no matter where you're breathing, whatever, even if you hit Trump here, he's done. He's 78 years old. He's not going to survive. This person was trying to do, because when you shoot somebody here, that's trying to send a message to the world. But God intervened, and that's why, Pat, you nailed it. That November 5th, this movement, saving humanity, we are living in such an amazing time that I believe God said, now's not the time. And he stepped in. That's divine intervention.
Thank God for that map.
I
The
think
chart.
I believe in the simplicity theory, that even in the deepest conspiracies, you have simplicity. And I think it's very simple. Our government has been trying to spin the minds of its populace, its citizens, for decades, centuries. And to keep the mind going, to keep MK Ultra, to keep things going, to spin, you can't admit to the Kennedy thing, because you can't have transparency and have the public saying, well, you know what, maybe they're just lying to us, just like Kennedy. So you can't legitimize that. You can't put that out there, because you need to keep the secrecy and the spin to to brainwash the citizens tomorrow. And you can't go back and say, okay, look, we're sorry. Vietnam War, we did this thing and we were drafting mostly African Americans. Yeah, we did it. CIA killed Kennedy. All those people are gone. Alan Dulles is gone, but we named the airport after him. And yeah, we did it. They can't do that because you can't have the citizens able to say, to have legitimate doubt.
Pat, I want to know your thought. What's your thought on that? There probably being another shooter. Them, if it's true, lying to us, the CIA involved. All that type of stuff, all that. Because I know you're passionate about it.
Yeah,
you know exactly what they
let
did.
me tell you, when you go into relationships that you have in your life. Yesterday, we're sitting there with a few of our business managers that we have, and we're spending more time with middle management. We're having a conversation about who typically ends up moving up, getting promotions, what happens with them, okay, and what qualities we value, okay, trust. Somebody that can deliver, somebody that keeps their word, somebody that's reliable. And in your community, as you age and you have family, kids, peers, you want your kids to be surrounded by men and women who are like that, okay? Then, people you do business with, okay? People you do business with, companies you do business with, you size up all the partners and vendors, and you want to trust what they're saying, okay? You want to trust what they're saying. You want them to tell the truth because you want to be able to continue doing business with them. They don't have any issues with them, right? Okay. How many people do you think want to believe CIA? How many American people, what percentage do you think would like to believe what the CIA is saying?
Like genuinely
want to believe them?
I mean, the majority of them.
All of them,
I would
right?
say everybody.
Okay, how many people would like to believe that what the government is saying, they're being straight up and it's the best interest of the American people?
All of us want to hope.
They want that.
Yeah.
They want to experience that because then there's credibility, accountability, trust, execution. Things move faster the higher trust is. The lower trust is things move slower. Things get executed slower. Right now, trust is low. And the reason why we're moving so fast in the first few weeks is we have an operator that's driving the hell out of everybody, and all of them, Glenn Beck put it the best way, team of rivals that are willing to work together to increase the credibility of our nation.
Wow.
And you got to give credit to that. That's what I'm excited about. I want our credit score as a country to go up where we can believe what they're saying. We're never going to be at a point that you're going to believe 100% of them. Never.
Yep.
I'm not expecting, nobody has a 100% credit score when they're financing something. Everybody has had a late or something like that. But guess what? When you're financing at a bank, you want a 750, 760. You like to see a lot of 800s, but you're willing to entertain 760s. Our government score right now, as of 2 months ago, is probably in the 450s. Nobody trusts. What can you finance with a 450 credit score?
Nothing.
Nothing. Nothing. You got to increase your credit score. That's my interest. Let me give you the big announcement. March 4th, 3 p.m. to 4 p.m., put it in your calendar. We're announcing a massive upgrade to Monect. If you have not yet downloaded the app and used it, for some of you that are using the app, we're communicating on a regular basis. How much business is being done? A guy Monects me 6 months ago saying, Pat, I want to go out there and become a professional sports owner one day. I said, hey, man, keep dreaming. That's good. I used to dream as well. He says, no. I'd like to do that now. I said, what kind of money you got? Do you have cash? He says, I'm sitting on $100 million. My net worth's at $300 million. I said, let me introduce you to my guy. Introduce him to the guy. 6 months later, he becomes a professional sports owner of the team that he wanted to get. And that was all because of Monect. These are contacts, relationships that happen on Monect. But on the 4th, we're introducing something called the circle economy. So imagine all of you that are watching this, all of you that are curious about the stories, that like debate, that like these discussions, but you want to be able to communicate with the entire community of PBD Podcast in a circle. Like you get to say, did you see this? Did you see that throughout the entire day? That'll be launched, and you'll get access to our notes that we're having on the podcast that we go through. Only people on the circles will have that. You'll get a behind-the-scenes stuff that we do, and you'll get a chance to create your own circle, get compensated, will be recognized and rewarding. And on top of that, I'm announcing a contest. On that day, folks, we every year, we got the biggest suite at the Kentucky Derby. Ooh. We were there last year. Oh. I took my kids. Dylan was going around spending time with everybody, making bets. It was a hilarious
Spending
time.
my money too.
Spending and making money.
Making money.
But it was a good time.
Dylan the bookie.
We had a phenomenal time. We had the biggest suite on the 5th floor. Right at the finish, when the race ends, they call it the most exciting 2 minutes in sports. And we want to invite you to come and join us. These are not $5,000 seats. These are not $10,000 seats. But we want to invite you to come and join us. And it's a contest tied to Monect. Whatever you do, download the app. More importantly, get on your calendar. Put it in there for March 4th. And go to this website that we have here, Rob, vtwebinar.com. Go to vtwebinar.com. Sign up now. This will be packed, and we'll be making a lot of announcements, a lot of unique people will be on there talking about their circles as well. So having said that, cannot wait to see you guys March 4th, 3 p.m. Go to vtwebinar.com, register, secure your spot, because it will be a massive, especially for those of you that watch PBD Podcast. Look forward to seeing you there. If you enjoyed this video, you want to watch more videos like this, click here. And if you want to watch the entire podcast, click here.